Of late, it has become a regular question in respect of Bharat Petroleum, why the fall continues and how long it will continue. From the companies in Nifty Energy, Bharat Petroleum ranks next to Indian Oil with a market cap of 94,000 crores. And of late, there is a lot of investor interest generated in Bharat Petroleum for certain specific reasons. But its performance for the last 12 months leaves a bit of disappointment. Its return of 23% over a period of 12 months and ranking it behind all its peers makes it all the more necessary to understand it from various aspects of operation and performance. I am Vittal Prabhu, presenting you the weekly video under Stock Learning Simplified. Hope you will find the video useful, relevant and likable. COVID situation badly impacted BPCL in FY 19-20, but phenomenal was the way it recovered in the subsequent 4 quarters of 2021 with sequential growth and PBT above 5%. Unfortunately, Q1 of FY22 once again started with a very disappointing performance. Last 6 years is a period of record of sorts for BPCL. 1920 is a year of lowest profit because of COVID, and 2021 is a year of prosperity with a lifetime high PBT of 16,169 crores, more particularly in the background of subdued volumes and moderate refinery margins. In a normal situation, profit will be driven by gross refining margins or GRM and throughput of the refinery, which is a measure of productivity, and also the volume of market sales. But in case of BPCL, particularly for the year 2021, neither refinery margin nor volume were the triggers. That raises the main question. The PBT of 16,168 crores was driven by which trigger? BPCL's published accounts lets the cat out of the bag. Added value or refinery margin has moved from 3,600 crores to 5,700 crores. It is significant but not voluminous enough, and the real volume has come from marketing operations moving from 19,000 crores to 28,000 crores, almost 9,000 crores, coming from inventory gain, which is nothing but buying value as compared to the value prevailing on the day of refining the crude, and second, the margin permitted to be charged to the ultimate consumer. On these two counts, BPCL has made fortunes during the year, and needless to say that this entire major profit is market driven, market pushing prosperity into the treasury of BPCL. Very weak financial discipline is what one can say, as year after year the operational activity surplus has not been able to meet capex plus the hefty dividend that has been paid, except for 2021, where because of the bumper profit there is a surplus. However, if you include the special dividend paid during 2021, that also slips into negative. The shareholding pattern of BPCL becomes relevant for the simple reason that central government, which holds 53% of the total equity of the company, has gone for revenue mobilization by way of strategic disinvestment, and it is likely that the disinvestment will be completed by the end of the current financial year FY 21-20. Privatization will be a transformational change for BPCL. Central government has already identified the 3 bidders, Vedanta, Apollo Global and Think Gas, who are doing the due diligence. But what happens to BPCL in terms of its operational ability is quite alarming. As per the LPG control order, private sector cannot get LPG from ONGC and GAIL, and therefore BPCL may have to take the import route for LPG. That will be a costly proposition. Added to that, BPCL had jointly promoted Petronet LNG and Indraprastha Gas Limited, but now with the change in the ownership of the promoter. Open offer is triggered in both companies, and that will require about 19,000 crores to be put in by the new acquirer unless government gives a solution to that. And the timeline, which has been in the past scheduled and rescheduled, is now set at end of March 2022. Hopefully BPCL should make it this time. And valuation wise, there is a big gap between expectation and reality. Government is expecting 75,000 crores from this disinvestment, while the current market cap of the company can fetch only 50,000 to the kitty of central government, a gap of massive 25,000 crores. And so far as the shareholders are concerned, subject to the right acquirer and the right operational environment and governmental support, there is a possibility of substantial value unlock for all stakeholders. But BPCL will have to operate without its public sector privileges, and that can be a big burden on the company and its profitability. While converting the company from public to private, the company couldn't sell certain units. For example, the Numaligarh refinery, which the company had, and it was earning a profit of 1,300 crores on an average, it had to be sold to GAIL and Engineers India Limited because it is not a part of privatization. Therefore, the goose has been sold and company has received 9,422 crores as a compensation, and that is added to the profits. Then there is an impairment in respect of oil and gas blocks, which is routine, from Bharat Petro Resources Limited, a burden of 2,000 crores that is set off against the profits. And employee stock option scheme charges about 1,000 crores are once again set off as an exception as per policy, and that gives the company a profit before tax of 22,617 crores, and a tax is paid at 3,575, and net amount available with the company is roughly 19,000 crores, of which, short of the closing balance of 1,905, the company distributes 3 dividends of rupees 16, rupees 5 and rupees 58 as the last golden eggs, and the payout comes to 19,000 less 1,900. It is a perfect cleanliness drive so that nothing is passed on to the acquirer, and in future the earnings will not be comparable because of the sale of Numaligarh Refinery Limited. Now to the question of why BPCL prices not going up in spite of dividend. Dividend 421 to 411 when 16 rupees was paid, and the second dividend of rupees 5 when it was paid, price was 453, it fell down to X date to 419, 34 rupees fall, and when it was 472, dividend was declared 58 rupees, and by X date the price had come down to 439. Effectively, the company paid dividend of 79 rupees in all, and the price moved from 421 to 439, just 18 rupees. Market understands that whatever dividend given as special dividend, it is from the sale of business, means it is in lieu of future earning capacity of the company. The EPS of BPCL today and the EPS of BPCL after disinvestment are different to the extent businesses have been sold now before disinvestment. This is the basic reason why share price of BPCL is not likely to go up after disinvestment. BPCL has remained an underperformer against its peers for the last 12 months. In terms of profits, all-time high profits, but not from regular operations, but from inventory gains, cash flow from operations, has been continuously inadequate for capex and dividend. Stake sale likely to be completed by March 2022. Dividend which has been given is more towards sale of business rather than from performance based on operations. Central government's target appears to be sky high and a bit unrealistic. All said, BPCL is a leading petroleum player next to IOC. Hope you liked the presentation. You can access similar videos at our info card on Stock Learning Simplified, which contains videos of rich informative content. We look forward to your likes, shares and comments. If you are visiting the channel for the first time, may please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for timely intimation on our forthcoming videos. Thank you so much for your time, support and interest. This video is for the purpose of information, education and awareness only. This has nothing to do with any solicitation or recommendation to buy, sell or hold securities. Please seek advice of a competent professional wherever necessary.